Dear Christians, you don't have to be perfect to call on God. You don't have to be perfect to pray to God concerning any situation or any circumstances that you're going through right now. You don't even have to be deemed righteous or holy, in quote, before you can talk to your Father in heaven. Yes, I said that. Many Christians fall into this trap of prayerlessness and a broken relationship with God because they feel that they are not qualified to talk to God. This could be because maybe they have committed a sin or the other, or they have failed at doing something, or they have not been able to achieve a particular thing or the other. This is a trick. Hello. This is the strategy of the enemy to keep you away from having an intimate relationship with God. It is his strategy. It is his trick. Wake up. Wake up. As much as God said, be ye perfect as I am perfect, that does not mean that he hates you or condemns you because you are not yet perfect, okay? God knows your weaknesses. He knows the challenges that you are facing. He knows your struggles. And he is working on you, in you, to make you that perfect bride of Christ, right? So what am I saying? Do not give in to this trick of the enemy. The last thing you want to do is not talk to God because you sinned or because you fell into depression and someone somewhere said as a child of God you are not supposed to fall into depression, or because you failed at something and you are beginning to feel inadequate. The last thing you want to do is not talk to God or run away from him. No, you should be running into him even the more. Listen. You need to run to God instead. Don't run away from him. What God desires from you is an intimate relationship. He's actually waiting for you to talk to him. So you go to him. Be vulnerable. Talk to God. Tell him how you feel. Don't camouflage. Don't go there and be forming strong man or strong woman for God. No, now. He knows you. Remember, he knows you better than you know yourself. So you go to God, be vulnerable with God, to him, and tell him how you feel. Tell him exactly what is going on. Acknowledge your need for him. When you do not even acknowledge your need for God, it's a kind of pride. So acknowledge your need for God. Acknowledge your need for his help. Tell him exactly how it is. He is like the safest place you can be, like in Christ, talking to Christ. In that place of fellowship with him, that's the safest place where you can be vulnerable, where you can open up, and you will not feel condemned, okay? You do not need a special time or place to talk to God. So don't procrastinate on it. Don't postpone it. Talk to him now. And Christ has qualified you to talk to God at any time and any place. With Christ, with God, you can be naked and not ashamed. And by that I mean you can be vulnerable with him. You can tell him everything, anything. No matter how messed up it is, you can be naked and not ashamed. Now, on the subject of being righteous, in quotes, by whose standard were you qualified as not being righteous or holy? Is it by God's standard or by the standards of men? Because last time I checked, the death and the resurrection of Christ, the finished work of Christ, qualifies you as the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. So you see, your righteousness is just a filthy rag if you were to do it on your own. The righteousness with which we come before the throne of God, the righteousness that God sees in us, is not really ours, it's Christ's. So because you are in Christ, you are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. So my dear, you are righteous. Yes, you erred. Yes, you sinned. You are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. Hold on to the truth so that the enemy does not make a mess of your life. Stand on the truth and go to your Father. And know this, the more you stay away from God, the more you stay away from Christ, the more you sink deeper and deeper into that problem. The more you sink deeper and deeper into that sin, the more the devil gains ground in your life. Don't give him that opportunity. Don't give the enemy such an opportunity. Talk to God now. It is very important, beloved. Thank you for watching to this moment. If you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, kindly click the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people can be reached with this message. You never can tell who really needs this, and your like can actually promote the algorithm to get to them. Once again, talk to God. Don't allow any mind games that the enemy is playing to get to you. Talk to him. I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, keep step with the Master. Keep having that fellowship with God. Do not break fellowship again simply because of the suggestions of the enemy. God bless you.